We want to thank our amazing sponsor, the Rope Drop Queen herself, Michelle McKnight. She's a destination specialist with touring plans and can help you plan an amazing vacation. Whether it's Disney, Universal, a cruise, or an all-inclusive, she can help you with booking, planning, and strategizing to help you have an incredible experience at a great rate. Contact her today at michelle@touringplans.com. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to a bonus virtual reality episode of Rope Drop Radio. Derek and Doug here, and that's right, I said virtual reality, something we have never, ever discussed in almost 5 years of this show, Doug.
Yeah, and this is really all you because...
I know, I want to do this show.
What do you have, Oculus 2?
I have an Oculus 2. I've been a huge fan of virtual reality since I was a kid. I've done multiple different platforms. So when the Oculus 2 came out, I got one. And of course, the first games I had to get were Vader Immortal. And then last week, what we're talking about, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge came out. And so I bought that, of course, and played it and beat it in one day. But hopefully anyone listening to this who might be interested in buying that game, a lot of stuff online, is it worth it? It's $25. It's like a 3-hour experience. And I say experience because you really are in a galaxy far, far away. Virtual reality blows my mind that you have a headset on, it's following your movements, you have the hand, you forget that you're in your basement. I've run into a couple things, Doug, not going to lie. Even though I put a path up, I'll still run into things.
Like, when you walk forward in the virtual reality, you don't have to walk forward, though, right?
No, you don't, but sometimes your brain overtakes and you'll walk forward, and it will know from the tracking in your helmet that you are walking forward. So if I'm in a gunfight in Galaxy's Edge, I'm jumping forward behind a rock or around the side of the cliff and pulling on my blaster and kind of peeking around and shooting. And all of a sudden I heard my daughter at one point goes, "Dad, you look like an idiot. And oh my gosh, Dad, I gotta leave." And she just left the room because here I am jumping around, laughing hysterically. And then my son comes down and took a video of me playing when I was playing Vader Immortal. So I'm like lightsaber fighting Darth Vader, and I am cracking up at the same time. I'm like, this is incredible. Because your brain changes there for a little bit. Like, you forget you're here on Earth and you're teleported to a galaxy far, far away. So I'm a huge fan of what Star Wars has done for the virtual reality. And yeah, Galaxy's Edge, not as great of a game as they originally had, but I think it definitely has some downloadable content in the future that they're going to be able to put. They do have a Jedi area at the end with Yoda that's pretty incredible. But really, in the end, the game is just a first-person shooter for about 2.5 hours, mowing down enemies. A lot of fun, good mechanics, but it is a little bit short. And I wish there was more Jedi stuff, but I'm glad they put the Jedi stuff in as bonus.
Maybe it's just short because you're so good.
No, I'm not that good.
Okay.
I'm realizing playing other games in virtual reality is that there are people a lot better than me in VR, but it's just such a unique experience, especially Vader Immortal, when you all of a sudden have a lightsaber and you're using the Force to pull guns away from stormtroopers and then shooting those stormtroopers. And in fact, whenever you come to my house again, I don't know when that will ever be with the pandemic, I'm going to have you play at least the first episode of Star Wars Vader Immortal and just watch you do it.
I don't think I could eat any macaroons before I do it.
No, you know what? I have had some motion sickness with other games, but the Star Wars
because it's
games,
in your head.
It's
all in your head, Derek.
There's a game I played, and all of a sudden I felt like I was flying through VR or space, and a door was closing. And in real life, if this was happening, I would have got decapitated. So, like, I whiplashed my own head in real life, and I felt sick for a good hour and a half afterwards. I take off the headset, and I was just like, okay, it wasn't real, but my brain thought it was real. And so I've actually been a part of Virtual Reality Nebraska, and so I've gotten to go to these cool meetings and stuff like that and tried other games. And It's just really neat the way your brain feels and sees virtual reality, and it can actually help you with motion sickness as well, Doug. So I definitely dropped a couple hints to your wife and to you to maybe get that for a Christmas gift.
Yeah, maybe. I hope. Maybe.
Hopefully,
Maybe.
some of our listeners, if you've gotten it and want to talk about the Star Wars games, hit me up, hit me a message, and I'll love to talk to you about it. But definitely great things. But yeah, it's a little short, the new one, $25. And the way I look at it is that a movie ticket nowadays costs $12, something like that. Popcorn,
At least, yeah.
pop. You're looking at for a 2-hour movie experience, $20. So this is $25 for 3 hours. Not a lot of replay value, but if Doug ever gets to Lincoln again, I think it would be fun to have him play it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think the graphics and the animations, what they're able to do in virtual reality now, have come so far in the last even year. Even seeing from Vader Immortal to Galaxy's Edge, it's incredible. And also, I like Galaxy's Edge, Doug, because I can see, and I'm going to send pictures, I'm going to post some pictures, like where the Millennium Falcon's at in Walt Disney World. I'm like at a bar, cantina, above that area. So you can look over and see people walking around, and I just think that's really cool, and I think they're onto something, being able to tie this into the parks and the novel. I did read the Tales from Galaxy's Edge,
Yeah.
so they're able to tie all this in together for the super Star Wars fans.
That way the nerds are all happy.
Yeah, I thought you were a big enough fan, Doug.
I am. I don't have it.
You
So
got to get
is
it.
there a console that you like put the you download things on, or is it just
It's
all
in
in
the
headset?
headset, and that's what's really cool about the Oculus system and the Oculus 2. It's all in the headset. There's no cords. There's nothing going to a computer. It's a pretty powerful processor, and so I can walk around. In fact, when I can measure out my basement, and I can walk around there, and I won't run into anything, or else I'll kind of get a warning blue light on my screen if I do get a little bit too close to anything. So yeah, fighting Darth Vader and all sorts of other things. My hand may have hit a wall by accident because you do get into it. And I'm laughing hysterically like a little kid, and there's something magical about seeing Darth Vader 7 foot tall, towering over you. He's swinging a lightsaber at you, challenging you, and you got to fight him back.
Okay, I can do it.
You need
Yeah.
to do it, Doug. So yeah, even if
do
you
it.
don't get it for Christmas, you come over, we'll hang out, and we'll get you to do some VR, and we'll put it on the show.
Okay, that sounds fun. I think we record you doing it first, though, and get that out there for everyone.
Okay, well, I've already beaten both games.
Oof.
Now you got to do it.
Okay, they need to come out with like a Kingdom Hearts game, something like Kingdom Keepers in the Magic Kingdom.
That would be great. In fact, I
That'd
did
be
do a
cool.
VR experience where I walked around Epcot, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Do you get drinks? What do you do
Well,
in
no,
Epcot?
someone recorded themselves, and they had a VR camera, and so I
Oh.
just kind of lived vicariously through that person. It was neat, I guess, but it definitely shows that if Disney was really smart, maybe they could incorporate 1 or 2 attractions in full virtual reality and get people experiencing that and then wanting them to experience the whole park.
Gotcha.
Because I've done plenty of roller coasters in virtual reality. It messes with your brain.
Yeah, I can't do that. There's
It
no
was
way.
a little rough. In fact, my son, at 7 years old, just took the helmet off and goes, "You know what? I'm done," and just left. I was like, "You're in the middle of the roller coaster," and he's just like, "Nope, not doing it."
I do like that though. Like, I can escape.
Yep. Just
Like once
remember-
Everest started going backwards, I could have been like, nope,
nope,
I'm done.
just take off the helmet.
See ya. It didn't happen. I didn't have that option.
What's even better is I got Ready Player 2 going on right now. So the new book came out today.
So, Ready Player, the new book came out.
Today, yeah. So more VR.
Okay. When's that movie gonna come out? I want to see
don't know,
a
Steven
sequel to Ready
Spielberg.
Player One,
Or
right?
you could read the book. Okay,
Read.
good point.
Jeez, what is this? 1982, where we had to read. There was
That's
no
true.
movies yet.
That's a good point.
Black and white
Wait,
TVs.
82, there's no
I
movies?
don't.
How old
My
are you?
kids think TV was black and white when I was little. They're so clueless.
Oh, I thought it was too. I forget how old you are.
Oh, I'm still 39. We discussed this on Twitter. If you had a birthday vacation scheduled, you did not age. So
Oh, that's a
there's a
good point.
whole
You're
whole
not
bunch of
40
people
anymore.
had no,
Congrats.
because I
Happy
didn't
not birthday.
go on. Yeah, so next year I don't know if I become 41 or if I become 40. Do I get 2 years at once? Not sure.
We'll figure it out then. How about we just get through 2020 and we discuss then?
We'll just all hold our breaths collectively and hope it happens.
And if you get a virtual reality Oculus 2 system in the meantime, maybe for Christmas, for the holidays, let me know. We can be friends and listeners. We can play any sort of games together and then hopefully encourage Doug to get one and then do any of the Star Wars games because I got to say Vader Immortal is pretty incredible. It's a little expensive for all 3 episodes, but Tales from Galaxy's Edge, also really good, a lot of fun, and in my mind, worth the $25.
Cool. I can't wait to check it out.
All right. Well, thank you guys. This has been a bonus episode that Derek wanted to do because I had to talk about this with Doug and try to lure him into buying one. But that is it. Thank you so much for listening to Rope Drop Radio.